Storm like that, to go 8-0 on top of 2 clutches in a row by your primary AWPer, that is just next level stuff right now.
Indeed, like Chaos. It's also the players are playing superb right now, pretty much uncontested, and even that 1-on-3, you can see that the player was so close to actually securing it finally. It's good to see Nemiga here on the board. They do secure their very first round here at Overpass, but it wasn't easy. Like, again, that could have possibly been an 8-0 lead right now for Chaos, and if you lost that round there, Nemiga, I don't know if they would have any more chances here, and already they're going down. That's the first player hitting the floor. That's going to be a Robo now. Fox has gone through the connector area. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get out of here unscathed, so that's a good thing here for Nemiga, but still, a 4-on-4 scenario isn't looking too bad here for the Chaos players, and of course, they also have time on their side.
Absolutely, the way the last few have went down, we can't assume anything until Chaos have lost all 4 or 5 players, and we call it a day, and we see the result on the board of Nemiga. Good pop flash, but Freddy Frog, he's not blinded out, or at least he was ready for the flash, and he's gonna return the favor. It's a frag back in Nemiga. They lose a man with a blink of an eye. 55 seconds, as you said, time on the side of Chaos, and they are certainly suing Chaos along the side the lines of Nemiga. 2 players in A. They see, I guess you could say, the writing on the wall. It's an A play. And Box, if he survives, if he gets at least a kill or 2, they can win this. It's doable. With 2 players there, they have the defense for it. At least the crossfire could be set as well. But the close angles is what the problem is. Box will find 1. That's the only surprise he's going to be able to get in, though. On the corner, Freddy Frog will check him, spot him, but he will still lose Relaxer. Unfortunately, Lollipop is left alone, though. A 1-on-2 still in Nemiga. They've been given an opportunity to...
Even here in the replay, we do see that Lollipop didn't really pick up the defuse kit. Actually thought that he had it from the get-go, and I thought, well, this is pretty awkward right now. But anyhow, again, like, a good round there for Chaos. All things considering, you have to admit that over. And the problem is right now for Nemiga, they're simply running out of rounds to work with here in the first half. And this is, of course, the CT side of Overpass. You want to try to acquire as many rounds as possible. Their best possible scenario is 7. Now, is 7 rounds decent on the CT side of Overpass? I'd call it somewhat. But for a team like Nemiga, I don't know if that's going to be enough.
I mean, they lost the half 9-6 against Tricked. And I have to admit, Tricked are better. Tricked are an amazing team. They certainly deserve their spot in the playoffs already. But the point is, they're an excellent team of its own right, and it's hard to compare against them, or more so against anyone for them. But one, blind. Okay, J.O. pistol in hand, blinded out, gets a kill. That comes as a surprise. Buck should be careful, cannot die here. He's got long control in his hands, and as long as he's alive, he's a threat to the round of Chaos. If he dies, then they have free road to clear, banana toilets, and oh my god.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Nemiga.
Yeah, exactly, Nemiga. That's a bit of a blunder. Why would you try and push long like that when you are not sure perhaps where the enemy is exactly? MDS though, nice shutdown. This could work if he finds a second. He cannot though, and as I was saying in the past, Chaos, I mean, they're a good team of their own right. The only underlying issue is that they have hard times closing out their games, and that's why we see them in this match right here, right now. They've had an issue closing out their series as a whole, and certainly, I mean, they've been given ample opportunity, I guess you could say, almost. In any case, Nemiga, this is rough. This is really rough. I can't see it any other way but this first half going potentially 10-5 or worse, 11-4, maybe even more.
That's kind of possible in a scenario like this, as we have seen the Chaos guys not really struggling here at all on the terrorist side of Overpass. They also won some amazing clutches. You can't take that away from them. But here, you know, Nemiga, what must they change up to acquire some of these rounds here, because it's been looking very hard for them. We haven't really seen a lot of times the Chaos players go for any pushes towards the B bomb side, at least not early on here. And maybe they're gonna have to change things up here in their defensive. Maybe Nemiga have to be the aggressors in order to acquire at least some sort of advantage moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, they might want to spice things up a little bit, try and get themselves into a nice excuse me, into a nice entry or two. Certainly could work out. Now, we do see them take control of short B, but they've only got a single man committed to that. That's very dangerous to pull it like such. You want to be super careful when you play B control deep towards connector and short, as you cannot allow yourself to be surprised first. You have to get the kill. If you go there, you have to get the entry, no matter what the play is. Because if you die in that kind of position, not only you relinquish half of the map, but you effectively give your enemy an opportunity and also an advantage that is really hard to cover. Oh, what?
Oh, what?
That was too fast of a flick, J.O. Oh, that triple boost, though. Nice. That's very nice to see. Relax. Oh, boy. If he had gotten a kill there, that would have shook the pillars of Nemiga.
Yeah, but why was he so quick? I mean, he wasn't even looking at it. Maybe he thought that the player was looking at that position, but that's so uncommon. He should have taken his time and land the shot properly. Now,
Lord.
we do see the push coming in here from Chaos.
What?
That's a nice shot there from Freddy. A second one, though, pardon me, Bucks will be going down, and now that's going to be it here for this round. Poor Lollipop is now left in a 1-on-3 scenario, a difficult one at that.
A very difficult one, indeed. I mean, again, finds himself in the same position he was in before, and he almost pulled it off the last time, if we remember correctly. Unfortunately, no such luck today, and it's most likely pistols and Kevlar for Nemiga. They can't really afford to go full investment here. They've got the op on Lollipop, they've got perhaps a shotgun, an SMG here and there, a few Kevlars, certainly could afford it. But for the most part, I love the fact they buy the op. It's obviously a commitment in its own right, and if you lose it, you lose a great deal of it all. But the thing is, they kind of gamble on it. It hasn't been successful up to this point. Let's try with a round like this, right? Let's see how the op can perform if given a chance in a round like this. And I love the fact it's also posted on B. It's so defensive and yet so ready for any sort of early push, or at least an execution that can be retaken later on. Chaos, though, they are slowing down their play. They realize that what they're up against is most likely pistols and Kevlar. They do not wish to run into a death trap as it was in the past.
And also, to get back on the purchase of the sniper rifle, it's now in the hands of Lollipop. He's been the best looking player thus far here for the Nemiga side, so it looks like he decided to make the purchase. He's like, guys, I'm ready to pop some heads. I'm going to try to find some of these openings here for the team. Let me do it. And I probably agree with that move. It's obviously, if you have such a star player like Lollipop in this matchup here, allow him to have the freedom. Maybe he's going to be the one to put the tides in your favor. And as we do see, with 45 seconds remaining, the Chaos guys will make an attempt here on the B bomb. So the push is here. Pleasant checking every single nook and cranny. Does find the first, but the second one, that's a nice flick. And now this bomb site is overrun here by the Swedes. It's going to be pretty much their round by this point. It's going to be very difficult for Nemiga to get back into this one.
Lollipop gets one, but as you said, it's difficult. First of all, no kit means they are delayed. Almost, they have to make do on their push, and they have to go fast. And this is no way they're going to be able to retake. Lollipop will die. Yeah, Pleasant, that's a pre-fire, and you can't stop that, even if you have the fastest op on the land. It's extremely difficult to hit that shot and to actually survive that. They get a exit frag, but they don't save the weapon. Robo shouldn't be able to do anything. I'm kind of surprised Lollipop sticks there. That's correct. I mean, why would you want to waste the op buy? And obviously they can rebuy it right now with JO having 6.2k. But they do lose quite a little bit of utility because of it, or at least overall firepower as a whole. But this is 11-1. This is such a horrifying result for Nemiga that I really am starting to feel a little bit concerned for them. This is Overpass after all. They played it in the past, and yet it seems like they are completely losing their faculties.
It looks like they're going to change things up a little bit. One up in the hands of JO, but as you say so, the bands hit the floor, and there's a DGL now on their side. I do hope.
Oh no, they won't stop the round. They can't stop the round now. Oh no. Oh, this is horrible.
Oh, right. because the first kill took place.
Yeah, because the damage was dealt. Oh, man. Come on. That is just unlucky.
Dissatisfying, really.
Yeah, that is just painful right now. It's 12-1 and they weren't even given a chance to shoot at anybody.
And right now, I mean, this is the case where Nemiga again gotta be going for a save here. Box and Rogue, they just have to keep their equipment intact so they could use it in the next round. And even so, I mean, this is probably a round where you do have 5 Chaos players, chat, not 6. 5 Chaos players who definitely want to go for the hunt here. They want to make sure to take these rifles away from the players. At least that's what I'd say to do.
Oh
But
yeah, I mean,
they're playing this
yeah.
one quite safe when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're showing respect, I think, here to Nemiga, at least in the fact that they're not actively trying to kill everybody. Like, they realize what just happened. They know themselves that this sucks, and if it were to happen to them, they would be in equally a frustrating position of their own, and respect for them to not actively chase them down. I mean, they're clearing their angles, obviously, not to die, but they're not going to be trying to kill them as soon as possible. And, you know, they're showing this respect, at least, that they're able to rebuy the next. But this is such an unfortunate turn. Jo has returned to us, but oh, dude, I can't believe what happened. That just sucks. I think they will agree to replay the round, though. It's possible. I mean, although Chaos, they got the kills, I don't know. If Chaos says, okay, we agree to replay the round, perhaps we might see it. Although Chaos, I mean, they have initiative, at least. They have 11 rounds already. So, you know, be the sports person you can be, or at least be if you know what I mean, trying to uphold some sort of sports respect or something and the like. And I'm not saying it's disrespect if you don't do that. I'm just saying, you know, kind of show a little bit of mercy to your opponent. You're already beating them down like a drum. But it seems like no restart. Yeah, it sucks. This really sucks. I feel for Nemiga right now so badly. I feel for them. This is the most unfortunate of turns, especially since this is a match that is, I mean, a progression match. This is where, you know, they could actually achieve playoffs, whereas in the past they were always unsuccessful.
I mean, the good thing for Nemiga is this, that, I mean, this is still the very first map. You will have their
Indeed.
own map pick. That's going to be Mirage. Maybe they're going to be able to bounce back then. But here, I think it is quite safe to say that this map could possibly be over very quick here. MDS going for the aggressive plays. It does find the first kill. That's not bad. There's Pleasant up close, and that's going to be MDS finding a second kill. Somehow is able to live here for such a long period of time. He finds the 4 kills, and that's a round over here for Chaos. Nemiga, they have to win this one. It's a 3-on-1 scenario in which Freddy Frog, even though he does have the bomb on his shoulders, this has got to be Nemiga's round. Please, Nemiga.
I mean, it has to be, right? At one round in, that's that's how it goes. But I actually made a mistake. Jo disconnected after he died. I apologize there. I didn't spot it fast enough, I guess. So it's all good. There's no need for resets or anything like that. It is all good. It's gonna be, of course, a pretty nice second round for Nemiga. At least they double their effort right now. Although the overall position for them is still bad. It's still just a horrible spot to be in. I mean, having 2 rounds on CT is all nice and dandy, but does it really change anything is a better question. If they can close it out 3-12, I could see perhaps this still working out, especially if they win the pistol and the first gun round. And we talked about aggression earlier, if you remember, and this is where MDS excels at that. 3 kills, what better could you hope for? More so, what better of a sequence could you hope for? The first one going to peak, of course, into Monster through short. The second one being the both players coming out of connector. 12-2, and the last round of the first half is here. The money on Chaos up to double AWP. It shows to tell they've got some blink to carry.
Yeah, it was kind of painful to watch the player miss the Molotov just by an inch, and that's even more painful to witness how he misses that shot there, Pleasant. The nade just doesn't land. I don't know what's going on in this round, but anyhow, I mean, Chaos, I guess you could say they're kind of letting go, playing this one a bit too relaxed. But this is quite understandable for them. They have now acquired 12 rounds on the terror side of overpass. MDS will secure himself another kill here. And that's the great thing about MDS. He doesn't even need any players backing him up. You just allow him to roam around there in the B short area, and he's going to be securing you the kills. However, that's not something Box is capable of right now. He does go down. It puts his team in a 4-on-4 scenario, which still isn't too bad here in Nemiga, but it is worse than the latter 5-on-4.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be a tough spot to get out. It's just certainly a tough spot already that they're in. 45 seconds though, and Chaos progressing towards A. This can work if Robo is denied. Well, speaking of Robo, he's usually not denied. He's kind of a robot himself, and well, 2 kills, it's easy. It's just, ones and zeros he clicks in his mind, and it's 2 free entries, or at least 2 free upgrades. Jo finds himself 1 more, and it is going to be 3 rounds to Nemiga. Luckily, they're waking in the last round, or the last 2 rounds of the first half. That better than anything, or more so better than nothing. In any case, still Chaos, a victorious first half. There's no other way to put this. 15 kills for MDS, Lollipop at 12. And I mean, Chaos across the board, everybody being pretty equal, close to each other. Sir Danny, I have to say, Nemiga, this shocks me. And I am starting to get a little bit worried for them. But we'll see the second pistol and the second half, of course, play out after a short commercial break coming from loot.bet.